A match where both teams are trying to reinstate their status upon this community. NRG looking to rebound from last season and put their names back at the top. Whilst we have a CLG team that was so solid back in Season 3, looking to bounce back from a terrible Season 4 and become a mainstay name yet again. Gibbs doesn't quite believe, though.
I mean, I've said it plenty of times. This is the old Momentum roster. I casted a tournament where I watched them dominate every single top team that was possibly out there. Granted, this was a very long time ago, so I'm not going to use it as where I actually think they stand now. But I have always been a fan of the way these people play. Timmy, the old weekend warrior, the things he could bring out, just how consistent he was every single game. You said Gibbs saying that he was a really hard carry for his team at certain moments when they really needed him to clutch it. But NRG with the new player Justin, people have been talking about how amazing he can or can't be. I see some controversy in the forums being like, why is everyone talking so much about this guy? He's not that great.
Always happens with hype, though.
That is. If you're going to hype anybody, there's going to be plenty of people that just think you're an idiot. But Justin, he showed us a little bit of his skill, but was quiet last week, but it doesn't matter. They're 2-0. Quiet or not, they still took the victories they needed. And now they're going to go against CLG, who I know are just aching to show us how good they can be. Absolutely.
Garrett, you know he has a lot of respect for this CLG team. Says that Miho will prove that he is a top 10 player by the end of this season. It's going to be a major opportunity now for Miho to prove exactly that. But NRG starting off this game on the offensive. You see Dapper right there. Another player really wants to try and show off this season that he's still on top form. Never doubted his 1v1 credentials, but always as a standard player, he's always struggled just a little bit to perform the best of his abilities. See the infield pass, Justin unable to get through the brick wall of defense set up by CLG. Dapper, touch is pretty weak. Timmy can't get there before Justin, so now NRG back on the offensive. Garrett, he's going to take his time, wanting to invite Dapper in. Dapper didn't overthink it though, keeps the ball going, looking for the wave dash. He's going to keep his car.
He had no boost back on top. He was getting all weird with it.
Wave dash often used when a player has no boost.
Wave dash is the poor man's boost, essentially.
Effective. Well, if it works, it works. And Miho couldn't get that one to work. Off the crossbar. No one in net. That was a huge opportunity for CLG to take the lead. As we just saw in our previous series between Ghost and Rogue, just how important it is to pick up that lead. These teams have got so good at converting in recent seasons. No longer do we just see goal after goal blowouts and just shootouts. Instead, teams able to try and hold on to their lead for much longer than they used to. Garrett gets over to Fireburner. Justin wants to try and chase down. Dapper wins the challenge, goes over the top, looks for the follow-up. Garrett, though, reads that he was going to try and go off the backboard, did not believe that his shot was coming in. Double demo, Dapper and Garrett both take each other out. That might open up some room for Justin. Almost managed to get there. Timmy was struggling, but Dapper with the save.
Timmy still has nothing. He's just going to sit and wait as his teammate clears that above him, knowing he doesn't want to get into his way. Timmy's struggling right now, sitting on the back corner boost, and it spawns right before he can get there. But thankfully, he had enough time to cross the field.
At the very last second before he got called into action, finally, he finds a boost reprieve. As Timmy now launches long, him and Dapper seem to be the chosen offense. Just scaring Garrett just a little bit before he will go up and remove the pressure. Halfway done now in this match. Still, 0 goals apiece. Garrett over to the middle. Dapper pre-jumps. He's actually managed to get some contact. There'll be no follow-up though from the rest of his team. Now Fireburner off the backboard is going to put that straight down. No follow-up, but still 2 players committed now from CLG. Justin, infield pass, but Dapper back yet again. It just seems like every single time CLG create even a small amount of a mistake on the defensive, Dapper is clearing it up. Now Garrett plays long. Going to go towards the corner. Could have been a difficult bounce, but Dapper has that one read. Looking to try and clear now. Timmy wasn't great. Justin puts the shot forward. Dapper is going to set it up for Garrett, who can put it long, but Dapper had enough boost to get himself back up and continues to play the ball.
You got a flip reset on a defensive touch.
It looks nutty, but it was in the corner. That was so useful for his team. Miho now looking for the setup. CLG have done such a good job of keeping this a neutral game. Now they've got it to the point where if they can pick up a goal, they have every chance of taking this away. Fireburner going to end up leaving it. Justin forced the challenge. Dapper, yet another big clear. Dapper is doing a very good job so far of putting himself everywhere. The only worry I have right now is the amount of boost he might be using on his team. Is he using just a little bit too much that might end up starting the rest of his team, or is he just keeping it the right amount?
NRG's been giving up possession while on defense. Not having anyone cheat up. They're not having anyone that cherry pick position. Timmy!
Timmy with an insane shot followed from the infield pass. And with 51 seconds remaining, NRG now need to scramble.
The decision from Timmy to turn around there, phenomenal. The moment he realized someone from NRG touched that down to the midfield and that Miho was the next one to touch it, Timmy immediately just turns, points his hood straight at his opponent's net, and gets ready for the pass.
And it was exactly to what you were saying, Carpet. Too much space being allowed from NRG allowed an unchallenged infield pass. Opportunity, Dapper's got that straight back up to the corner. Justin needs to get the setup. 35 seconds remaining. CLG could be about to take a big win in game one.
The safe clear game is just getting more and more difficult as pros get better. You can't rely on just a hard clear not being challenged and pushed right back in your half.
Over to the corner, Fireburner picks up the boost. Now takes it past Dapper. He's going to require Garrett to push it straight over to him. There's an infield pass available, but immediately shut down. CLG are launching themselves at the correct times, cutting out the opportunities now with 10 seconds left. They could reap the benefits of that. Big demo for the target man. Fireburner, though, is there off the crossbar. Dapper taps it over to the corner. Fireburner up yet again, but Dapper still has enough boost. Now they need to get the ball onto the floor, and he will do so. Big game, big win for CLG.
Opening up the series, nonetheless. So they're putting themselves in a great situation moving forward. Now, is this the kind of series where I think the next game could go 3-0 in NRG's favor? Yes, because that is 100% not the NRG that we saw last week or the NRG we're all expecting to see. This is the team people are projecting to be top 2 by the end of this. They have 2-0 right now, but CLG are showing us that they are here to play, and this is what I wanted to see out of them. I'd love to be able to predict them for wins, but until I can see them consistently play in the RLCS, it's going to be tough for me to do confidently.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a style that you just don't see happen often. They managed to almost lure NRG to just say, okay, you want to play a long ball game? We'll hit and hope, we'll hit and chase, and it ended up working. Dapper had a ridiculously good game for himself. Just seemed like every time there was any sort of problem, he said, I'm here, guys. What, you didn't trust me? I didn't have a bad season. I never had a bad season. I'm still good. I'm still the man here.
You can just forget it. Black it out of your memory. You've been nothing but a
performance
god.
like that will do that very quickly.
That is true.
Like 305 points, 0 shots. That means you are doing work elsewhere on the field, and he was doing a lot of work. Huge setup as well for that final goal. Is that sort of performance can they replicate that? I'm not sure. That's a very dangerous style of play and not one that I would like to put onto NRG.
Now, Shogun, I want to speak a little bit more to NRG's playstyle and what they need to change. Now, it felt a little bit like they were relying on their individual skills by just giving it hard smacks and then chasing it down as opposed to being up there for the pass. They weren't trying to get creative to outplay CLG. Now, is it because they underestimated, or are they just not performing? That's the big question.
Absolutely no idea. They need to try and bring some creativity to it. I mean, we spoke about it in the last game. There was a lack of infield passes attempted. They've been working. They've never stopped working. So why are players not going for them quite as often? Timmy wants to take the ball all the way. Set up Dapper. Shot. Dapper tried to put it towards where the defender was challenging from. It worked very often back in DreamHack. This time, Fireburner managed to slow himself down and read what was coming to him. Holding us down to a 0-0 start. Dapper gonna leave it for Miho. Timmy went for something. I'm not too sure if he ever had a hope of getting it to work out.
I just wanted to see what that something was.
I know. I just saw his card just sort of be there.
And again, look, going for the backboard. NRG are just trying to push it around the corner, which you know is getting so easy for these people to defend. Even just sitting in net, they're so quick to get to the ball now and react, recover.
That was better. That was at least an attempt at an infield. This time, though, wasn't quite powerful enough.
Going for the bump, attempting at least.
Shot yet again. Garrett beats Timmy. It's an open net. Fireburner can't put that one in. The follow-up from Garrett, not strong enough to get past Miho. Huge opportunity for NRG goes to waste.
But the idea is significantly more threatening. Always going for around the defender as opposed to taking the shot.
Oh, Timmy gonna bully everyone, including his own teammates. Miho forced to turn himself around and take the ball. He is playing much better this week compared to what I've seen previously of him. Miho looking for the backboard. Fireburner has got that one red. We are still all tied up, 0 goals apiece as we come towards the end of the second minute. NRG still looking for their first goal. Fireburner might be able to get it, but Dapper already up on the backboard. There was 2 players already there on the backboard for counter Logic Gaming. You have to already know that they are prepared for these long balls. So why keep going for them?
It
was a rhetorical question, Carpet.
Okay. Well, I was scared.
They don't know, so how are you supposed to? Dapper wants to go off the backboard. Justin, he's going to have to try and get down there. Dapper off the wheels. The follow-up just not quite there. Timmy pulls off. Well, Garrett could even get to it. Now starting to look for one another. Miho puts it off the wall. He's going to follow up himself. Didn't quite have enough boost to keep going.
Again, pushing it towards the net with no one to follow up.
It's a weird strategy being employed so far from NRG. It looks like they're just trying to wait to see whether or not Counter Logic Gaming will create their own problems. Just hasn't happened so far. These backboard plays are not quick enough to try and pull out defenders. And CLG have been too composed to make their own mistakes. Timmy tries to launch. Justin can get there in time. Same situation we found ourselves in Game 1. Very little time remaining now. CLG could open themselves up. Timmy want to try and bait someone, but Fireburner already on the backboard. He said that won't be too much of a problem. Lovely flick there from Justin. Can't quite get there though. I think he tried to get rid of Miho. Shot there from Justin will be saved from Timmy. A little bit better there from NRG, but still can't find their way through.
And it was solo play again. It was the Justin flick that opened that up, and Fireburner wasn't able to secure the goal.
That's
for
an open
him.
net. Oh, well, the respawn, the only bit of randomness in the game, has just saved NRG as the player spawns right in front of Dapper. I've never seen that before, not in competitive Rocket League.
That's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt real bad.
Timmy and Dapper both up. Dapper gets the contact. Straight over to the middle.
Look, no one contesting it from NRG.
It's so weird right now. It's just like so much respect being given over to CLG. Dapper wants to go for the demo, but Fireburner already up in the air. 50 seconds now. Still no goals. Justin waits. There's going to be the fake out. Garrett G will pick up the first goal for NRG in over 9 minutes.
This is 100% a tactical whiff.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Tactical whiff. Fireburner wanted this. He wanted it so bad.
It has threaded the needle in the most perfect of ways for NRG, but they won't care. 46 seconds now remaining. They've picked up their first goal of the series, and now it's CLG that need to panic. And now they need to panic even more.
Don't panic. Just wait for next game. That's my advice.
Well, 2 goals behind now, it's going to be incredibly difficult for CLG to bring themselves back. I hate to see the kickoff goals go in.
Shogun,
what?
Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but
I will always do that.
That is true. That is what I bank on. And it almost feels like NRG are just playing so safe, not wanting to put themselves out on offense and letting a mistake happen. Almost just hoping and waiting for CLG to either overcommit or make mistakes, maybe expecting them to, and then just go for goals on that, or maybe a good demolition. But their lack of creativity on offense just feels so weird because NRG is usually so good at that.
Yeah, it's been hard to tell so far. I absolutely agree with you, and I brought up the point earlier on that they're looking for either one of 2 things. CLG to either get outpaced, because that's usually what the old backboard strategy was. It was just trying to outpace everybody, and eventually you'll have nobody left to score on. Or you're waiting for a mistake to happen. CLG made one mistake on the rotation, and they got caught for it.
And that could be what they're banking on.
Is it a championship-winning strategy? Is this the strategy that a team is saying, we're going to become the next best team in North America that should be employing in a match that many expect them to win?
Now, in my personal opinion, no. In my professional opinion, whatever gets you the win makes you a champion, right?
Yes.
Makes you a champion.
No one will look back on it and just say, how did they win this? You just go, you won it.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I like watching people go crazy, but I cannot complain. You get the win, you get the win. Now, it is definitely a much quieter game you'd expect from NRG. Not a lot of creativity. We haven't really been able to call out any of their names, Garrett G, Fireburner, or Justin, in any kind of manner other than like, oh, sweet, they did it. But it was not been the explosive plays that we can see from them. But CLG are definitely holding their own. On defense, they're able to mostly stay organized and make sure that they're there to contest what they need. They're getting creative on offense because they know they don't have much of a choice. NRG are very good on offense, or on defense, I should say. But 2-0 margin, It's a little bit more in favor of NRG.
It really is a war of attrition right now. It's just a case of both these teams, they know what they're doing. They're always aware, okay, we're not going for ceilings, we're not going for wall. We are just taking our time here.
Yeah.
It is a case right now of who has got more mental game than they've got in-game mechanical play. And who is going to make that first mistake? We saw NRG game 1. They made the first mistake. They got caught for it. Then we saw in CLG in game 2. They got caught for it entirely. So is it either going to be a case of one of these teams just suddenly blinks and now they try and change up their strategy? Or is the war of attrition going to continue?
I vote option A.
I also vote option A, but it is not up to us at all. One game apiece so far between NRG and CLG. Miho, he's got options downfield. Didn't go for it though, Timmy. Could have passed it straight back over to him. Now Timmy goes the shot. Fireburner already there. More long balls being launched from CLG. Big demo. Dapper taken out by Fireburner. Lovely infield. Justin could try and follow up, couldn't read the wall bounce. That's going to go in! Not only could Justin not read the wall bounce, but nobody could read the wall bounce.
I guess a mistake, more just like weirdness. God, how was that right in? That has got to be crippling.
Dapper, after the phenomenal game 1 he had, to make a mistake like that, it feels like he was trying to predict where Justin was going to hit it.
The funny part is both of them made a mistake. It just sucked a lot more for the guys who had the ball going into their net to make the mistake.
Justin will be just like, yeah, sure, calculated, I did that. Now Justin with a much more skillful shot of his own. He's going to turn that in for his second.
And this is it. The moment CLG slows down, NRG are going to try and capitalize on speed. He lands and immediately takes the shot over that final defender. Great recovery.
I almost won't be surprised if Dapper just turned on bull cam and didn't realize Justin had landed behind the ball. Ended up getting caught out entirely. So opening minutes, NRG have scored the exact same in this opening minute of this game as they have in the previous 2 games combined. Now CLG find themselves trailing. Dapper, big bump. Follow up from Miho though, not quick enough because Justin is already there. Miho puts it back in. He's going to be asking for Garrett though to try and flick it over the top. He's got it past Dapper. Scored some incredible solo goals last week, and now Fireburner getting bullied as the ball played long. CLG, they need to try and open up. Did say after game 1 carpet, just we didn't believe that strategy was going to be something they could do over and over again, and it seems right now, if NRG have managed to make some good changes, they are going to have to now come up with a plan B.
I agree. I'm going to keep it simple this time.
Don't do what you were doing when you were losing. This is the carpet school of thought.
It works.
I mean, no one's going to argue against it, carpet.
That is true.
No one's going to argue for it either.
That might also be true.
Justin might be able to follow this up. He's managed to win. Gonna go all the way over. Not going to go in though for the hat trick. Off the backboard, Dapper gets a little bit of a touch. Follow up from Justin though. We'll keep the pressure on. NRG just trying to put down the hurt in this game. Justin, he's got Garrett to aim for. Shot just wasn't quite good enough, but a double commit there from Dapper and Miho. I mean that the follow-up from CLG not quite good enough. Still an infield pass there from an NRG player to a CLG player. And now Dapper might be able to keep this offense going. Couldn't read it though, instead hitting the defender.
I have no idea if he went for that defender on purpose. It looked an awful like he went for that defender on purpose.
Would have been a lot cooler if there was somebody following up. We could have given him the benefit of the doubt. Still, CLG trailing by 2 goals with just over 2 minutes remaining. And they're struggling to put forward anything offensively dangerous. Dapper launches. These launches aren't going to work for CLG anymore. They need to start trying to find one another. Timmy going to try and follow, but instead Garrett is there before him. Yet another launch, and someone's already rotating back from CLG. I don't think that's going to work, boys. Fireburner looking for Justin. This time, Timmy already taking it away. Dapper had someone trying to take away from him, and now Justin was rotating back incredibly slowly, seeing if he could pick up that right corner boost. 90 seconds remaining, and now CLG finally have the ball out from their side. Timmy, can he get it set up? No, not quite. Garrett already has him read.
He had no boost left, so pretty good considering he had nothing. But it is very difficult to get a very accurate pass to your teammates if you've got no juice.
It's a very annoying part of the pitch to play in as well, especially if you've got 0 boost, because if you're in the corner, where exactly do the defenders think the ball's going to come to? Okay, it's coming across field. Wait, we know this. There's only one place you could be playing it.
CLG now trying to stifle out that defense by trying to bump goalies, bump defenders, getting physical. So no matter how good a defense is, you're not going to be able to play very well if you don't exist.
Oh, big demo, and this time Justin forced to come in cover for the demo player. Dapper can't be there for that. He's going to try and go for the demo instead. Ball played straight out. Garrett trying to half flip. No follow-up from CLG. The ideas, once again, are right. They're getting these bump plays to have some success, but no follow-up has just ruined any chances of a comeback for them.
It's just that final step. And that final step is usually the riskiest one. Timmy needing to be up for that shot.
But what risk is there? You're 2 goals down. Go for it, lads.
I mean, yes, true. In this context, you're right.
Follow-up should be there. Fireburner, we're going to make it 3. And if it wasn't confirmed beforehand, it is now.
3-0, they're tied up in this series. But in the next 16 seconds, NRG will put themselves on game point. 3-0, 16 seconds left. I don't know if CLG will be able to come back. I'm going to actually confidently say they won't be able to.
Yes. I mean, 3-goal comebacks are incredibly rare. 3-goal comebacks with 16 seconds, I think we've seen 1. And it was a very long time ago. We're talking years upon years ago, which in Rocket League terms is ancient history. Dapper going to try and pick up 1 for his team. But this is going to be a confident stomp of authority for NRG. They are now on match points.
Did you feel like they brought a little more NRG, or CLG brought a little bit less of themselves?
You had to do that one, didn't you?
I actually didn't mean to, and I hate myself. I quit. I quit. I'm done.
No,
I'm walking off set, Shogun.
Dude, you can't. Okay?
I can't leave you alone. I can't do that.
You can't leave me alone. We don't know what would happen in that sort of situation.
I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, do you feel like they brought a little bit more of themselves? I'm going to reword it here. Or do you feel like CLG just started to kind of fall under the pressure?
I think CLG have done the exact same as what they did in other games, but they were met by an NRG that were happy to, I say almost punch down in that situation, where we know both teams can play so much faster than that, but they didn't. They both went, okay, we're playing like this. Fine by us. This time around, NRG, they got lucky with goal number 1.
Yeah.
That was complete luck. That opened up the game for them. That's all it took, really, because once they did that, CLG, they were forced now with playing a lot of game left to just go, okay, we need to change everything. We need to start going forward. That opened them up a little bit more, and NRG could start picking away at the spots that were opened.
And what did we see at NRG in the first game? It was a lot of sitting and watching, leaving all that space open at midfield, not challenging for that. They were leaving so much room for CLG. God, the letters.
It's a bad little anagram game.
They left all the room for CLG to play their game, and that's where they were able to just slowly suffocate them. But NRG now trying to have a lot more challenge at the midfield, trying to close the gap a bit more, not letting them have the shots on target that force NRG to use boost and put themselves out of position, and that slowly let them keep control last game.
So we head on now over to Neo Tokyo. CLG have to win here to try and force a game 5, but Justin automatically takes control of the ball and will give possession over to NRG. Let's see what CLG can change in this game. I would love to see them try and control the ball a little bit more often rather than playing it immediately, as Timmy attempted to do so, and Tapper gave a little whiff of that ball over to Justin.
For half a second, I thought it was a blue teammate, or a blue player, and I thought it was going to be a great shot, and I realized it was Dapper.
It was incredibly dangerous. It was almost like a bull. A bull, I should say.
Bull.
Just going, ole, as it went past.
Here. They just taunted him.
Timmy trying to find the corner. It's just not quite going to be good enough. NRG already holding players on that backboard. Now Garrett. His individual plays so far this season have been so much better. 2 players missing, though, and now Timmy, he's going to be one-on-one. I don't think he's got the boost, and now he's been taken out.
Get out of here! You see the demolition from Garrett onto Timmy the moment he was about to seriously probably do it to his teammate. Just ripping him out of the play.
Fireburner looking for the wall. He's going to have the ball straight passed over to him. Now Dapper, early shot. I don't like that, though. He had Timmy to the side. And he had Timmy in a good enough position to pass to. CLG having the blinker vision on at times for their offense, and now Miho's going to be finding himself one-on-one against Justin, and Justin takes the win.
Can we take a look at the angle Justin came from here? Let's just take a gander at this.
It's a hot, oh wow. Okay, that is nuts right there.
Yep.
The fact that he has just gone, okay, I don't like the angle I'm at. I'm going to rotate myself and make it appear as if I came from the right-hand side.
Or I just want to be a little bit saucy and freestyle.
It can be both. That's the nice thing about Rocket League.
A little column B.
The nice thing about Rocket League is effective tends to look nice.
That is true.
Ball played to the corner. Fireburner. Can't quite do enough.
The poor announcer, I think, got something caught in his throat. He just stopped.
miho tries to play long. It's Garrett just keeping the pressure on. NRG already have the lead. Just need to keep this going, and so far, CLG have really struggled to put too much forward. Timmy wins the challenge. This could be an opportunity for CLG. Needs to keep the offense going, however. Dapper off the backboard. miho will be up unchallenged. The shot, though, not really even that close.
You were going to say something else.
It was
not really even.
I was sort of watching as it went past, and it was just like, there was an attempt.
But now NRG's got control.
Dapper.
Forcing CLG to use so much boost just to defend all these hard backboard hits.
It's like CLG have had very good opportunities to put things forward. Just they have not really had the vision to see them so far. Timmy now up, launching clear. Fireburner though already in the midfield. miho's touch, put straight down. Dapper's gonna have to try and beat Justin. Justin comes out on top. Gonna probably win this as well. Oh my goodness, he's got the shot on target. Looked to me like he was gonna try and bounce off the wall, but instead went route one and almost opened this up to a 2-goal lead. CLG, not only do they need to get a goal here, but they've got to be so defensively cautious that they don't get caught out 1v1 or 2v1 at the back line. Timmy puts this straight down. No follow-up. miho all the way back. Another long clear. miho's probably going to look for the backboards. Play already up, though, for NRG. Now Timmy looking for the side. Has he managed to open up some space? Dapper off the backboard yet again. Everyone from CLG looking for the backboard right now. I just want to see someone try and put the ball at net. See if they can pull out a defender that way, because it's got to the point now where NRG are expecting it so much they are pre-jumping this ball.
And they are 1 minute away now from being 3-0, taking the series. They're on game point in CLG, trying to avoid in an 0-2 situation for the league play.
Here's Garrett, gonna put him up 2-0. And now 1 minute and 2 remaining. CLG, exactly as you said, have got a lot of work to do.
That came so far out. You saw how much boost Dapper had to use just to try and challenge that, to try and find Garrett G.
But is that now the way that those backboard plays finally start working? Because every time we see it bounce even marginally close to the net, they don't work anymore.
Yeah.
You have to power that ball almost all the way back towards the halfway line if you want to have any chance of opening up enough space for a good shot.
I mean, effectively, if it's quick enough, they'll never get there in time, and if it's hard enough, they won't be able to challenge from the net. So they need that person that's kind of floating at the quarter field, midfield area so that somebody can be there quicker, so you don't have situations like that where a defender just gets completely beat by a shooter.
There's another shot. Crucial save there. miho keeps his team alive, but they still need to pick up a goal, and they still need to pick up a goal very quickly. Garrett happy to just play the ball away from defenders. Now Justin can take the shot straight into miho. If he went to the right-hand side, he probably could have picked himself up a goal. This time going for the set. 18 seconds remaining now. CLG still trailing by 2 goals. Not only that, but they can't get the ball out from their own half. As Timmy looks to get rid of the ball. Fireburner, though, holding the midfield. You can see everyone from NRG just holding that midfield, refusing to give up any space at all. In the same way that they have not given up this series. It was a bit of a scare for them, Carpet, but they bounced back and they played incredibly disciplined to take this win.